Season 15 of Apex Legends recently dropped and every new season attracts new players. This game can be really overwhelming to start with and I'm here to help you with your beginning. If you already played Apex and you are an advanced player, it might not be the right video for you. Maybe you want to watch one of my Apex montages. You can find one linked in the card, but you can still stick around to see what I recommend and you can comment what would be your tips for beginners. Enough of talking, let's get started. My first tip will be spend some time in the firing range, especially if you are not familiar with Battle Royale games. Tutorial of the game shows you the very basic mechanics, but I would recommend you to stay here a little bit longer and test all the abilities of different legends, test weapons and movement in general. Understanding the abilities of legends you are playing or you are facing could mean a difference between win and a loss. Tip number 2. One thing I really like about Apex is the pinging system. Communication is important in every single competitive game, but if you play with random players, it's really rare to hear them talk. Learn how to ping enemies or location where you are moving, ping to your teammates some good loot or requested weapon. When Apex launched, it introduced one of the most comprehensive ping systems in a game, and I still think it's one of the best things about Apex. A quick ping gives you enough information to react to a specific situation. Tip number 3. Find a legend you feel comfortable to play. Don't be afraid to test all of them, each one is good for something else, but 3 legends I recommend for new players are Bloodhound, Lifeline and Bangalore. You have all of them unlocked in the very beginning and they are easy to play. Tip number 4. Find a weapon you like, but don't play just that one. One of the best things you could do is to play every gun possible to feel confident even with Mozambique. Apex is a battle royale game with RNG system of loot and you rarely find your requested weapon after your drop. So test every single weapon and play it, even as a secondary gun. This is really important and it will win your fights on drops. But if you want one recommendation for weapon to start with, look for R301. Tip number 5. This might sound like a joke because every player of Apex knows there is no audio in the game, but jokes aside, pay attention to sound, voice lines of characters and all your surroundings. Audio knowledge gives you additional information such as which legends the enemy team has, which weapons they use. That could be really crucial in case someone has a Kraber or a charged sentinel and maybe even a charged rifle. Also, if you are fighting one squad and another one joins, you will hear a warning from one of your legends through the voice line.
Listen up, got another squad coming
Having
in.
all the possible information is an advantage, so use it to react and win your fights. Tip number 6. Pay attention to the map, the minimap and to the time when is the next ring closing. This can save you a lot of troubles. You don't want to be out of the zone too long because zone damage hurts quite a lot. Also, it's really important to know where your team is. Always stick together because you are less likely to win fights 1 versus 3. The minimap shows you the location of your teammates and your character with specific colored arrow which belongs to each player in your team. It's the same color which surrounds your character icon so you can easily recognize who is who. Make sure to check the minimap as often as you can. Tip number 7, and this one is really important, be a good teammate. Apex is not designed as a game for solo players. Yes, of course you can still win 1 versus 3 if you are good enough and maybe with a bit of luck, but it's always an advantage to be a full squad. Share loot. If your teammate doesn't have any battery and you have half of your backpack stuff with them, it will hurt the team. When you're fighting, it's important to be able to return back to the fight ASAP, so sharing healing items will help the entire team. And the same goes for ammo. Your teammate won't do much with 20 light bullets, so if you have enough, share everything you can. Tip number 8. Be respectful, helpful and not toxic. Toxicity is a big issue in the gaming community. Most of us play the game for fun, we are not professional players and we make mistakes. I understand better than anybody else that you want to win, but no matter how hard you try, sometimes it's not possible. We all were new to the game. There is a chat box which helps you with communication to your team. If you want to type something there, be aware that any hateful comments or toxicity may lead to the banning of your account. Try to use this chat box for encouragement, and if you feel your teammate makes a mistake, you can always give them advice in a polite way. Spread positivity. Tip number 9. Don't look at your numbers in statistics. I still do this mistake so often and it ruins my game. You are playing for fun and to learn and experience something new. Don't be obsessed with numbers because Apex is not a fair game. Don't compare your KD to other players because it doesn't say much about how good you are and it will grow naturally as you get better at the game. When I started play Apex, my KD was super low, but I had so much fun playing and I didn't care about it. My heart started beating so fast with every kill I got and I still have fond memories of my beginnings. Don't let yourself ruin this experience and enjoy the game as it is. Last tip in this video I want to talk about is play the game. If you are enjoying playing Apex and you want to get better, there is no other way to get there but playing. Maybe you are watching all the good players who are cracked in the game, but trust me, they have thousands of hours in the game. That is the reason why they are so good. It takes time, same like the other activities in our life. If you have a friend who plays Apex and who is better than you, play together. They might be in harder lobbies based on matchmaking, but if one thing helped me to get better, it was playing against better players. Don't be afraid to die in the game, it's just a natural process, so queue up again and keep trying. And that's it for today's video, guys. I am planning to do more videos about Apex, especially for beginners, so if you're interested in it, subscribe to my channel, give me a like or write a comment down below. I will look forward to it and I hope that I will see you in the next video.